Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we will be doing a detailed review of the latest budget device from Oppo in India under the K series, the Oppo K10. So Oppo had this K series some time back in 2019. The K1 was one of the devices launched back then. It was an online only series. Now again Oppo is bringing back the K series. The Oppo K10 is the device launched under this series, and this device retails for 14,999. That's the pricing, and you get offers. The card offers are included for the launch day, so you can get it at a lesser price as well. So 6 128 variant is priced 14,999. And you also get the 8 128 variant. So this is a device which is online only focused, and this will be available on e-commerce platforms as well as Oppo's stores, but it won't be available offline, but you can get it from Oppo's stores as well. So let's talk about this device, what all it offers, and how good is the device for 14,999. So let's get started. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's begin. So first let's have a look at the design and build quality. Now looking at the design, the Oppo says that this is the glow design. So you can see that the back panel has a matte finish. So it looks pretty good, and here you get a glow finishing or rather a glowing design. So you can see that Oppo 10K is mentioned. In fact, this is a super performance is also mentioned here. So it looks pretty good in terms of design. You get a really matte finish. The build quality looks good. Design wise, you can see the triple camera setup arranged neatly, and you get the Oppo's branding here. The side mounted fingerprint scanner which acts as the power button as well. Then on the left side you get the volume rocker keys and the SIM tray. The bottom you get a 3.5mm audio jack, a USB Type-C port, speaker unit, and you also get the punch hole selfie camera on the top. So the top section does not have any openings or slots, but otherwise this device definitely looks good in terms of design. You can also see that the bezels are also kept minimal for a 14,999 price device. You also get the punch hole selfie camera, which is a 16 megapixel shooter. It is pretty slim, and in fact holding this device is pretty good. So design wise we feel that this is definitely a good looking device out there, something stand out in terms of the glow design. So this definitely looks good. So that's the Oppo K10 in terms of design, and build quality feels pretty good. It's a plastic material, but again this definitely feels sturdy, and overall material finish also looks good. So that's the design and build quality of the Oppo K10. Now apart from that, you also get IP54 rating, so that means it's splash resistant. That's an added feature to have in terms of design. So even if you are taking the device in light rain, it won't have any issues with the water ingress. So that's the IP54 rating. Now let's talk about the display quality. Now this device comes with a full HD plus resolution display, and you also get a punch hole selfie camera. It's an IPS LCD display, and you get 90 Hz refresh rate. So if you go to the display brightness and settings, you can see that there is option. Just go here and you can see the screen refresh rate 90 Hz as well as 60 Hz is supported. Also you can auto select based on the application. So display quality is definitely good actually, even though it's not an AMOLED display. You can see that the brightness levels are pretty good. It's actually a vivid display. Brightness levels are also definitely good. The touch response feels very smooth, and overall quality is good, even though it's not an AMOLED panel. So display resolution and also the quality is quite okay for this price segment. Now 90 Hz does give a slight smoothness to the display, although 120 Hz is now more or less available in this price segment, but you do get a 90 Hz fluid display. So next up, let's talk about the software experience. So this device comes with ColorOS 11.1 and Android 11. So that's one of the disappointing aspect probably, because we expected Oppo to launch with Android 12 and ColorOS version 12, because 12 is the version, the new version, but this device comes with ColorOS 11. But it's kind of a good experience overall. We feel ColorOS is definitely one of the good UIs with a plethora of options being offered. You get a lot of additional options like gestures, motion, screenshots, screen recording, assistive ball, smart sidebar, split screen. So there are plenty of options available. You can customize. There is also personalization options where you can change the icon style, app layout. You can choose the accent colors, font, notification drawer size. So all those things can be customized. It's a very good UI actually, but again disappointed that there is no ColorOS 12 offered on this device. Otherwise this is definitely a good UI. Again Android 12 is not offered. So that's the UI experience. Let's talk about the performance. So this device comes with the Qualcomm 680 chip. It's kind of a mid-range or entry-level chip under the 600 series. It performs pretty good in terms of daily experience. You can see that there is no lags or issues, and overall experience with the device in terms of day-to-day performance looks good actually. We do not see any lag or stutters because it's an entry-level device. It's not suited for heavy usage like heavy gaming. Although you can do some basic gaming with this device, it's definitely not a gamer's device because Qualcomm 680, it's not a very powerful chip. It's kind of decent experience. Again, this is a 4G chip, so you don't expect 5G in this device. So it's a 4G chip. So performance is quite good on this device. We did not see any major issues, but again, not a powerful chip at this price segment, but it doesn't disappoint in terms of day-to-day experience. And apart from that, you also get a side mounted fingerprint scanner which does a quite good job. You get a face unlock which is again quite okay. We don't see any sort of issues. It does come with dual speakers or stereo speakers. We have a speaker here and the bottom firing speaker as well. The speaker quality is definitely loud and pretty good. That's one of the added features, dual speakers or stereo speakers, which adds a good value if you're listening to music or watching movies. Now talking about the other aspect, you get dual SIM card support, voice over Wi-Fi, 4G LTE, all those things are included on this device, and the network connection and SIM stability looks good on this device. We tested with Vodafone Idea and Jio. We did not see any sort of issues here. Now moving on to the camera, so we get a triple camera setup. We have a primary 50 megapixel camera, then you get a 2 megapixel macro sensor and 2 megapixel depth sensor, and this has f1.8 aperture. You get a 16 megapixel selfie camera on this device. So we have done a detailed camera review. In case you have not checked it out, we suggest you to check our channel where we have uploaded the dedicated camera review of the Oppo K10. Now we found that the camera to be quite capable in daylight conditions. There is good amount of details. Colors are also quite okay. There is no oversaturation issues, and it definitely provides decent experience. But one of the things which is missing is there is no ultra wide angle lens, which is kind of common these days, but ultra wide is missing. Instead you get a macro sensor. Now the macro quality is quite average, I would say, not the best in terms of details and sharpness levels. It's kind of acceptable though. Now portraits are really good on this device. We got a pretty good experience with portraits. Now low light experience is average or satisfactory. It can be definitely improved with software updates. We have mentioned that in our detailed camera review as well. There is room for improvement in terms of the low light mode. The selfie experience was quite good. It was vivid selfies. So selfies are good, daylight shots are good, portraits are good. Close-up shots are also good. Macros and low light experience need improvement. Also the video recording was kind of average because there is no stabilization being offered. So that is the camera aspect. So there are some areas where Oppo can improve on this device in terms of camera experience. Now talking about the battery, this device comes with a 5000 mAh battery with 16. Now moving on to the battery. So this device comes with a 5000 mAh battery, and you get 33 watt charging, and the charging test is also uploaded on our YouTube channel. It takes around 60 plus minutes, slightly above an hour time to charge, which is quite good, and battery life is really good on this device. You get more than a day easily with the battery, and this is one of the really good devices with the battery in this price segment, so you don't have to worry about the battery life. So that's one of the good aspects. So that is our experience with the Oppo K10. So should you buy, and what are the pros and cons? So the pros include good design and build quality. It's the glow design looks good. It's a refreshing change from the traditional design. The glow different patterns looks good. The build quality is good. It's a decent display, 90 Hz fluid HD plus full HD plus resolution display offers decent experience. Then you get IP54 rating included. Stereo speakers are good. The battery performance is good, and it's kind of a decent experience in terms of software and overall performance as well. Now the cons of the device, it ships with Android at 11 and also ColorOS 11. That's an outdated version. Apart from that, there is no ultra wide angle camera being offered, and the camera performance in low light as well as video recording needs to be improved. So that is the pros and cons of the Oppo K10. So price at 14,999, it does offer decent value, and it's a decent budget device offered by Oppo under the K series. So 14999 you get 6 GB RAM and 128 GB storage, which is quite good. I would say this is a decent offering in terms of overall experience. And if you plan to buy a device around 15K, you can definitely consider the Oppo K10. If you are not really worried about the camera and low light experience, this is a decent performer. So that was our experience with the Oppo K10. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the red subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.